Hey, my name is Rick from Excel Gorilla, and this is the third episode in a 3-episode series on how to calculate the same day growth. Stay tuned. So in the last episodes, we delved into the difficulties with calculating a same day growth. We started out very basic. We made some adjustments by using the SUMX formula so that our same day growth is not only correct on the lowest level, but also on a subtotal level. But the last challenge we still have is that we might want to show our measures not only in the current hierarchy, but users might have different hierarchies in which they want to split their data. And we were not able to manage that up to now. But in this session, I will try to make sure that you can use different hierarchies with the same measure and that all the numbers will still be correct. So let's get back to the computer. We're going to continue this session with the data set that we used for last exercise. So we're looking at the data where I have the old measures that don't take into account the hierarchies and take an average. So these are wrong. And down here, we have the adjusted measures where the measure functions for one of the tables. We're now looking at a table where the months are split out by country. And you'll see that the total for the adjusted last year numbers does not correctly add up to the subtotal up here. But if we go to the other tab, just like last session, you're going to find that the subtotals here for each of the months, they do add up nicely to the subtotal up here. And the issue here was that in our formula, we supply SUMX with the values of the year and month combinations. So basically, if I look for something on Belgium, it's going to iterate over all the months that are available, calculate the same day growth and multiply it by last year's numbers. And by doing that, the number is just fine. But supplying the same table to the other table, the result of this is going to take January, and then it's going to apply the same day growth to each of the countries, even though each country might have a different same day growth in reality. So we need to supply SUMX with something else. And the problem at this point is we don't have a table available right now in our data model that contains all the unique combinations of both the month and the countries. But the good thing is we can create this. Let's go to the data model here. So before, if I wanted to show my a unique month by country, I would put the month in my table, and my SUMX formula would have to iterate over a table that contained all the unique countries, which we use the values formula for. And also the other way around. If I wanted to split my country by month, I would have to put my country in the table, and I would have to supply my SUMX formula with the unique months from the calendar. Now I need to combine this in some way. Fortunately, we can make a virtual table in Power BI. And for doing that, you go to the Data tab, you click on New Table, and any table function you want to provide, the result of the table function will become a virtual table. So in this case, I'd like to find all the combinations of, let's call this year, month, dash, countries. And to find all the combinations of the months and the countries, you can write a cross join. And the cross join is going to combine all the unique combinations of the two tables that you provide. The first table that we provide is the values of the year-month column. So it will show you a table of a single column, and it will keep its relationship to the calendar table. And then we provide it with the values of a country. So here all the unique countries are given. And now when we press enter, it will generate the table, and you're going to see now that the new table that's created contains all the combinations of both the country and the month. Now this is great because at this moment, if we want to summarize our data by country, you're going to see that this country has all the different months in there. But if I want to summarize by month, also all the different countries are here. Now, one characteristic is, let's see, if we get back to the data model here, we created this extra table. Now, your first idea might be that we're going to link the name of this table to our SUMX formula. But the problem right now is I cannot make any relationship with another table. It will tell me that there's a circular dependency. So if we would add this table to a SUMX formula, that would be a naive solution. We could give that a try. So instead of supplying the values formula here, we could try to supply the new table. And by doing that, you're going to see that the result is absurd. It has huge numbers, mostly because there is no relationship between the tables that we were looking at. So this is not going to work for us. But what might actually work is we could copy this formula. And then if we go to the formula right here with our SUMX, then the table we want to provide, let's start this on a new row, is the cross-join one. And one of the characteristics of making a virtual table is that all the relationships in the data model, they will be kept intact. So even though you cannot make a relationship when you add the table to the data model, you can actually use the relationships when you add them as a virtual table. So exactly the same table will be added here. And now if we press enter, you're going to have a result that adds up. So let's find out. Last time we struggled. So first of all, we'll need to check. We're looking now at the months by country. These two numbers here for Belgium and Luxembourg in January, they add up to 1338.10. So this seems to be a good addition. The other one looks at the country by month. It has 500, 900, and 811.36. And also those now add up to each other. And the most amazing part here is that I don't even have to only look by month and country, but I can also pull a division in now. And this division, I can put it up there. The number of the division now takes into account not only just the different working day ratios that each of the countries might have, but it also takes into account the differences in working day ratios per month. And in this way, it doesn't quite matter where you do your SUMX formula, because no matter which view they take, if it involves country or year or month, in this case, it will always work. And this is great because in the end, the only factors that will impact our same day ratio or our working day ratio is either what country are we in, because some countries have holidays while others have holidays on other days. And it also depends on the month we're in, because in January there might be different holidays than in February. By combining this table into a virtual table, you actually make sure that no matter which split you take in your hierarchy, the numbers will always be calculated correctly. Alright, I want to thank you for hanging on for 3 episodes. It was a long ride, but I really hope that this showed you what SUMX can do and how with the different virtual tables and different techniques, you can make sure that your measures are always showing the correct numbers, no matter what split you take in your hierarchy. This is very important for your user. Now, if you learned something or you have any comments, please put them below. Like my video if you enjoyed it, and then subscribe to my channel if you can. And I'll see you in the next video.